Morning everybody, it's Phil here from Telford Koi Pond on an absolutely glorious day. Seems like the middle of summer at the minute. Been looking at the weather for the next couple of weeks and it's forecast temperatures in the late teens, early 20s. I think we're supposed to be getting up to 23 week after next. No signs of any really cold weather, so decision has been made to take the covers off. So in this video, obviously you'll see the covers coming off. We'll have a look at the fish and the state of the pond when the covers come off. I did a purge on the bottom drain in the drum last week, so there's no need to do that again. But what I do want to do is show you inside the individual unit, just so you can see how clean it is and what a really good job the drum does. So no doubt there'll be a few more jobs along the way, so apologies in advance if this video is a bit bitty, but this is the last of the summer prep, and then hopefully after today we can start enjoying the fish. So I'll catch you in a minute. So this is it folks, long awaited, the covers are coming off, so let's see what the state of the pond is once we've done this. A bit mucky up the corners, but it's not looking too bad overall, because considering these have been on for 6 months. So make pieces off the end. Take the feeder off this one. Remember which way it goes, forward or backward. Last piece, we're going to be spooked with having the covers off, I suppose. It's the heavy piece. There we go, what's it look like? Well, that's pretty bloody good. There's a bit of food and waste collected at the corners. Let me just quickly turn the air off. Better. Yeah, it needs a good hoover out, but realistically, as I say, for the amount of time the covers have been on, I'm pretty pleased with that. Fish all look happy enough. No casualties by the looks of it. Even the little fish that we bought at the end of last year have grown. Yeah, biggie small, end up having to stop him feeding. That's great. So there we are folks, we've got the covers off at last. Obviously if it goes particularly cold at night, I'll probably end up putting a couple of them back on, but as we stand at the minute, I'm pretty pleased with that. All looking good. So there you go. I'm going to obviously hoover the pond out, give it a bit of a spruce up, put the covers away so the covers will fit nicely behind the shed if I've got my sums right. So I'll come back to you once I've had a bit of a tidy up and see what the end result looks like. See you in a bit. So I've just finished vacuuming the pond with the trusty old Pondtech Pondomatic. So one of these first generation hoovers that sucks and then stops and then sucks. Pergolas handy, just wrangling all the tubes up and everything just to let them dry out. But yeah, have a look at the bottom of the pond now. As I say, I was very impressed with it, to be honest with you, with how little there is. Bearing in mind, you know, I haven't hoovered this properly since the covers went on. I've only been sort of hoovering the two ends where I know the muck collects. But yeah, looking a lot better now. Fish seem happy. A bit spooked first of all when the covers came off, as you would expect. But everybody is looking quite well. Even the damaged pectoral fin on my white one there. My white one, because I can't think what it's called, but there you go. Platinum Ogon. Yeah, even that's damaged up. I mean, it's a little bit deformed, as you can see, but absolutely no bother to him. So yeah, they're looking very happy, chasing each other around. Cool. So oh, fish feed is just about to go off, even though there's no food in it. Must get that sorted afterwards. So you can see the water levels has dropped by about an inch. So it actually drops by about 3 inches, but while I'm hoovering I've also got the hose pipe running into the individual units, so I'll just show you that if you want to just pop through into the filter house. Using my trousers. So before I start actually pond hoovering, I put the water in here. So as you can see, I put it on a water meter as well, so I know exactly how much water I've replaced in the pond, because obviously the water that's coming through the tap is not going through the dechlorinator. So that I'll work out how much, what do I use? Blagden Fresh Start or something similar. They're all very much of a muchness just to kill the chlorine. The trickling's still going in. There you go, I was going to say it should be. The trickling's still going in. I don't actually turn that off obviously, but I want it to come get back up to the normal operating height quicker. If I don't do put the water in while I'm hoovering, it gets to the point where the drum filter sensor goes too low and then it starts cleaning, and then it thinks it's full of muck and it cleans and cleans and cleans. But doing it this way with water going in while I'm taking water out, it never gets low enough to put the drum filter on. So there we are. Once I've cleared all this up, I'll just give you a quick look at the filters. What I'm really impressed with is just how clean this individual unit is, so I'll shove the camera down there afterwards and we can have a look. So catch you in a sec.
I'll take you on with me.
So here we are, people, again just having a quick look at the pond. I'd just like to introduce you to a friend of mine. I have mentioned him on previous videos. It's Aid from Aid the Koi Keeper.
All right.
So if you haven't already been and looked at his channel on YouTube, please go across and have a look at his pond. Great pond, just starting out in the season like the rest of us. So yeah, go and have a look, go and check it out. He's had some new fish recently, so definitely worth a visit. And yeah, I'm chuffed because this is the first, covers are off today, this is the first koi visit of the season. So thanks for popping round, Aid.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Right folks, back in the filter room, just doing a quick check and final summer prep readiness, cleanups, whatever you want to call it. Everything's going well at the moment. I've just taken one of the sieve pieces off, as you can see there. There's 8 of those on the drum, all individual. You can replace them one at a time. Just taking this off to have a look inside. You'll see that there's a little bit of gunk, algae. I mean that's it. Close. There we go. But inside the drum is just so clear. Shout out to Lee Hadfield, Koi Soldier. Lee's got the same drum, contacted me the other day to let me know about an issue he'd had. Obviously, he's put it on his videos now with waste collecting. I don't know whether you can see that silver trap that runs down. Not sure quite what I'm doing differently to Lee, but mine is very clear. I've got the airline and everything ready to go just in case, but at the moment I'm hanging fire because I simply can't see anything in there. Inside of the drum, as you can see, it's the inside of a drum, so it's a little bit manky, but water, the stuff coming in, you can't see any big particles come flying in. You know, it's all working very efficiently at the moment. Filter media there bubbling away, very nice. As I say, I've got it on like a rolling speed with the air pump. It's all working very well. And then individual units at the end. So this is the big tank effectively that holds the two a.k.a. pumps at I can't remember what I am now, 1200 litres an hour and 12,000 litres an hour and an 18,000 litre an hour pump, and the Gravity Bitron Premium UV 60 watt. But what I'm absolutely gobsmacked about, and I'm really not sure if you're going to pick this up, I'll put the light on just in case it helps, so they probably won't see any difference. So on the bottom of this, I don't know how much you can see in there, but on the bottom of this you can see like an egg tray thing that goes all across the bottom. Well, I've got my hoover and everything ready with the intention of hoovering the bottom of this out. It's absolutely, well, not spotless. It's as spotless as I've ever seen for the bottom of a filter bay in a koi tank. So I'm just absolutely impressed. The amount of crap that the drum filter is obviously sieving out. Even you know how fine it is. All the big particles are obviously not even getting through to the bio chamber. I've just cleaned the media that's in these two holding pods, whatever you want to call them. You can see them there going down. That's zeolite in that side. Didn't put it in for any other reason than I had bags of it in the shed. I thought, well, I might as well use it. You know, if there is an ammonia spike or something, that'll take it out. And this is all ceramic media and a couple of bags of plastic media that were in the fry filter, which is currently empty and upside down up the side of the house. But now, really pleased with this. As I say, it's all performing really good. Funny. And just to sort of illustrate the view out of here to the pond, when I'm in here fettling about, I can see all the fish swimming about outside. So this is I'm about done, to be honest. On Guardian there, as you can see, TDS as high as it always is, absolutely crap, not a lot I can do about it. Temperature's 18 degrees at the moment, that's on its way up. pH is 7.8. Trickling, I'll put back on properly when I put the lid on this. It goes through one of the holes in the top, but that's trickling in at about 140 millilitres per minute, which works out to me at a complete water turnover of 13% every week. So, you know, if I'm normally about 10% in the winter and about sort of 15% in the summer. Everything's working properly. You know, it's all, yeah, it's just all great. I've got all my bits and pieces ready for the season to come. Still haven't got round to cutting the calendar up yet. So that was very kindly sent from Black Country Koi bloke, Davey Koi. Thank you very much for that. Still intend to get that cut up and stuck on. But what I have. What Aid brought me over today, who you will have seen on the video earlier, was insulation to go in between the rafters and all the panels on here. So once I've got that done and got a flat surface, then I'll obviously get on with me doing the pictures. Got all my pipe fittings. You know, I'm thinking of all sorts of stuff. I'm in no way in Righty's league, obviously, but you know, him and Steve and other people do a fair old amount of DIY filters and that sort of thing, so I'm definitely going to have a go at something this year. And the other thing as well, got all my medications up there ready, as you can see, hoping I never have to use them. But the other thing I would mention is, and again this is shout out to Lee from Koi Soldier. Last year for one of my giveaways, he very kindly sent a load of stuff, and one of the things they sent was a bag of these bio pads that Lee just showed on his last video. I was really impressed with them. And to cut a long story short, I went out and bought myself a bag course I gave them away in the competition. I went out and bought myself a, I think is it 10 litre bag? Yeah, 10 litres. A 10 litre bag of these pads, which you can mix with the media that's already in there. And to be honest, this was in the shed, completely forgotten about until these videos. So I've pulled it out, and at some point in the very near future, probably next weekend to be honest, because we've got a lot on this weekend. But I'm going to put it in here with the Helix 13, which is a really nice colour. And just to see how it gets on, you know, it's more filter stuff, isn't it? So there you go, that's me. I think I'm about done for today. Food's all ready, as you can see, for feeding. Fish are still a bit spooked, but I don't know if you've ever seen around the garden before. We live in a typical well, not new build, it's been here 20 years, but you know, a little modern house on an estate. You know, we've got a garden that you could possibly just about swing a cat round in, so it's you know, by no means a big garden. It's very small, in fact. But Claire kindly said I could have a third of it to put my pond on. I think I might have stretched that out a little bit more than a third. But you know, this is it's all coming together nicely now. Planting's up, and like last year, sorry, we were very late with the planting and all the other bits and pieces, and it you know, we couldn't really enjoy it. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my sort of view. Don't ask about the milk bottles, that's Claire's idea for collecting water to make sure our son waters all the plants when we're away on holiday. But yeah, this is my if I'm sitting in our little seating area having a coffee, this is my view of the pond. So I am well chuffed with this, absolutely over the moon with how the fish have come through the winter. They you know, they're just cracking. I'm really impressed. The only one I was really worried about was the platinum algon, because of how he'd smashed his pectoral fin on the left. Bone was sticking out and it was all ripped and horrible. But you know, with a bit of TLC, it all seems to have knitted back together nicely. So yeah, they were all a bit spooked to start with when the covers came off, as you probably imagine. But they're all swimming down now. They're eating like cheeky monkeys, they really are. So happy days. So unless I do a bit more this afternoon, folks, I'm going to call it a day there. I'm going to have something to eat and a cold beer and come and sit out here and enjoy the fish. So yeah, catch you next time. Cheers, bye.